Hey everybody, it's Josh over at LandTrust. Getting ready for our weekly live stream. Just going to make sure the streams start here without issue. Looks like we are locked and loaded, ready to go. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, hey guys, once again, Josh over at LandTrust here. I handle our landowner onboarding department here at LandTrust. And yeah, we're just going to do our weekly live stream here where we highlight recently published listings just from the last couple weeks. Some exciting things going on. We'll highlight some field notes as well, some exciting cams coming in, exciting updates coming in from properties kind of around the country. So we'll hop into that as well. But again, thanks for joining us. Kind of purpose of this live stream, we've said it before, but just trying to do some proactive customer success on some of these new listings that have been recently published on the site. And so trying to just get you the quick details of some of these newer listings to get you the information that you need so that you can reach out with high intent and get trips reserved here. So yeah, excited to start here. We'll go ahead and start with Searles Farm in Warrenton, North Carolina. Neat spot here. It's hosted by Frank, working with 200 acres, and it's really shaping up to be a solid turkey hunting destination, especially for folks in the Raleigh Durham area. You're looking at about an hour drive, so it's a great weekend hunt option without needing to drive too far to get out to Frank's place. Good turkey population located between the I-85 and I-95 corridors for folks familiar with that part of the state, and it's also just 10 miles from the Virginia state line, so a little bit more northern North Carolina there. The property itself, like I said, 200 acres. It's a mix of pasture, um, timbered creek bottoms, thick brush. There's also two creeks running through that kind of create a little bit of a swampy area, about 2 to 3 acres worth. And then there's also a nice centralized pond on the property as well. Frank told me there is good fishing for bass and bluegill on the pond. So um, working with Frank to get him published, something he decided is to go ahead and just include fishing access for any trip booked. So turkey hunters that are looking to come out this spring, make sure to bring a rod and fish for the bass and bluegill in that pond. Frank said that that probably the bass needs some thinning out, so maybe for folks booking can help him with that process there. So one other just kind of nuts, another piece of nuts and bolts for you from Frank. Um, the pasture ground, it's pretty tall grass, and from what Frank was telling me, the turkeys actually really like the tall grass for cover. He was saying that it's led to some really strong hatches over the years. Um, and kind of a low predation just because of the cover there. So something to keep in mind. A little bit of a different setup there in the tall grass, but still everything you need for a good turkey hunt. Creek bottom, and timber as well. So scrolling down to his packages, the one caveat with Frank's turkey packages, he's not accepting bookings until February 2nd. So if you are interested, you guys can actually click on that package and then opt in to be notified when that February 2nd becomes available. So basically just a reminder to let you know that it's available. Reason he's doing that is he just wants to make sure that populations are good enough for a turkey hunt, for turkey hunters to be successful next spring. So just a heads up there, definitely keep this one on your list, even though it's not available quite yet. That said, though, this fall there's still opportunities for some quiet pond fishing, getting out and catching some bass and bluegill kind of towards the tail end of the summer. And then there's also some good opportunity just for some wildlife and landscape photography. So lots of neat things going on the farm. Also a good destination for a little photography shoot as well. So maternity photos, engagement photos. You can do that on private land with Frank at Searles Farm there. So one other just quick note on the turkey package, it is a 2 day minimum, so that 250, it's actually 125 $125 per person per day. And so with the 2 day minimum, it's up to 250 there, but should be some decent opportunity there. So that is Frank's farm, Searles Farm there in Warrenton. Alrighty. Moving on to Tennessee, really excited about these next couple that I'll show you. I got two new listings hosted by Maynard. Maynard is an existing landowner with us. He just added some more property onto the site. So couple things just to point out to you here. This is Maynard. This was a 170-inch buck that he shot a couple years ago, and it was done on this family property that he's offering here on his Lone Pine listing and his Chambers Pond listing here. So you can see that the Chambers Pond and Lone Pine, they're basically just subdivided listings out of this bigger family property. So different kind of tracks within that bigger family property. So some pretty prime whitetail and turkey opportunity. Both farms are located about an hour and a half from Nashville, located in Unit 2 for deer there. Really, the best thing that Maynard has going on, obviously, great deer populations. He's offering early season velvet archery whitetail hunts on both listings. That season is right around the corner. It's coming up August 22nd through the 24th, so just a couple days here. But that's a big strength of Maynard's properties is just the caliber of bucks that he has during that velvet season. Obviously, that success and caliber extends into the rifle and non-velvet archery seasons. So still some good opportunities there, but that early velvet is a super prime opportunity there for folks looking for a spot. So and it's right around the corner, and it's a chance to get out sooner than later as opposed to waiting. So private land only, that's one of the requirements. So obviously with LandTrust, you got that checked off the list there, private land. And then again, August 22nd through 24th, you can go out to Lone Pine for $400 for 3 days. That 3 days is included in that 400 price. On Maynard's Chambers Pond, this is actually 402 acres, and price is a little bit different. It's $600 for 3 days, and that is a two guest minimum. The Lone Pine is a one guest minimum, so just something to be aware of if you're not able to get a buddy. Lone Pine is going to be the best spot. If you are able to find a buddy, the Chambers Pond is going to be a really solid option. $600 per guest for those 3 days. Big thing too, we'll highlight field notes here in a second, but Maynard is super active on his field notes, posting cams very regularly. So you can see just 3 days ago, plots are looking amazing with all the rain we've had. You can see the food plots there. Some nice bucks, nice buck on cam there early morning. Scrolling down, this one here just from a couple days ago, showing off his big frame. So make sure you're followed. You can follow Maynard's updates here, and you'll be notified anytime he posts a game cam. Same on the Lone Pine. Scrolling up here, more velvet bucks showing up daily. I mean, some solid bucks available there. I like this one too. Maynard says he has some history with this warrior, and he's hoping that this can be on someone's wall this year. So it's there. The bucks are there for the taking. Just a matter of getting it booked. So again, early velvet season coming up August 22nd, right around the corner here. If the dates you're looking for aren't available on the Lone Pine and Chambers Pond listing, Maynard's original listing, Lori Lake, is also available. You guys, this is one of my favorite photos of all time from Land Trust properties. I had this photo here as my background. It's just one of my favorites. So super pretty part of Tennessee. Like I said, very close to Nashville. Neat thing about all of Maynard's properties, he has blinds available, elevated blinds on the Chambers Pond and Lone Pine. He has two elevated trophy blinds, so super nice hunting amenities there. He also has blinds on this one here. You can see good elevated blind, kind of on a major corridor there. Neat thing about the Lori Lake property, he does have fishing available, so some good stocked pond fishing available. And then again, more early velvet archery coming up. So all three of those properties are available early velvet. So it's just a matter of getting out there. This one also is a two guest minimum. So again, $600 for 3 days of hunting. You and a buddy can get out there for 1,200. So 600 times two there. So, but yeah, so definitely make sure you're followed Maynard. If anything, just to see some nice bucks on cam. But yeah, for anybody in the Nashville area looking to get out, should be a good spot. So, all right. Moving on to our last listing published. For the week here, Two Rivers Ranch, located in Crookston, Nebraska, about 40 minutes south of Valentine. This spot is it's pretty epic. It's located right at the confluence of the Snake and Niobrara rivers. So awesome river bottom habitat in addition to some upper ground, kind of just your traditional sandhills habitat there. But definitely a solid option. Wanted to just show you guys what you have going on here. It's hosted by Colton, and you can see here he's offering river bottom spring turkey hunts. This one is kind of similar to Frank, who I mentioned earlier. It's not available until January 1st. Just wanted to make sure that populations are holding strong before he accepts bookings. So make sure you're opting in to be notified when that package becomes available. You can see here it's sold out, but Colton was offering a firearm deer package for the firearm opener. He was able to get that sold, so be sure to check back 2026 for folks looking for a spot there in the Sandhills unit. That's where it's located. Um, you'll notice here scrolling down the packages that he does have available now. He got the hunting vacations and then the day access. So the hunting vacations, the prairie dog and the dove hunting, both of those include lodging in the ranch house. Basically, that ranch house, it is 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath. So nice on-site, comfortable lodging there. But then, like you can see here, there's day access as well, great for locals. So if you're not wanting to spend the money on lodging, you can still get out there for day access there. $75 a guest per day there for prairie dog and dove. And then scrolling down as well, you can see similar setup for fishing as well. They have a fishing vacation, which includes lodging. It's more days, so more guests, more days. But then you also have just the day access for the fishing, just getting out there for the afternoon or something like that. So lots of options, lots of ways to enjoy really just this neat property. So I'm excited to have Colton on board with Two Rivers Ranch there. So all right. So that was our listings that were published within the last week or two here. Moving on, just to reminded folks just about some of the field notes that we have on properties. We do a weekly update where we show you guys just the different updates that are coming through. But this is one of those things, one of those feeds that is just really neat, really unique, where you can see real time updates from landowners on the site. So starting in South Dakota here, antelope, picture antelope on the property there. The holler out of Tennessee, another good Tennessee deer spot. Um, some solid bucks on cam there. Antler Acres in Missouri just published this one a couple weeks ago. Some solid bucks on cam. Good experience with fishing. Nice little bass there. Bobwhite quail in Kansas, Ohio whitetails. Weston, the landowner over at Stone Creek, he's pretty religious with posting these field notes. It's always fun to watch just what he's seeing, but that's a pretty solid whitetail there. So again, just making folks aware of the tools. Chambers Pond, which we just mentioned. This is a great way to see, if you're looking for properties that have game on property, this is a great tool to use to kind of help filter some of those options there. So wanted to just, before we wrap up, just call it a couple listings that again have good field notes and have availability for this fall. Starting in Wisconsin, S&J Farms South, Wamandy Creek. This one's hosted by John. Like I said, out of Wisconsin there, Fountain City, about 114 acres worth of ground. John also has an additional listing, County Road Inn. I'll make sure to link that in the comments as well. But both of these are awesome options in Buffalo County, Wisconsin. Buffalo County is one of those renowned counties for just having awesome whitetail bucks out there. So some good options here. John is super involved on the property and just in managing the property for wildlife. He's setting up mock scrapes, putting in food plots, and things are really turning out well. Reason I'm calling him out today is just some of the bucks that he's gotten on cam over the past couple weeks. Just some awesome bucks, and good numbers as well. Just a good group of bachelors there. You can see a mock scrape that he set up. Great looking whitetail there. So these are the listings that are available. John has several dates still available. Buffalo County there in Wisconsin, it is an over the counter tag, so there's really no reason that he shouldn't be getting bookings there. So for anybody that has an over the counter tag and is looking for a chance to harvest a mature whitetail, um, definitely give S&J Farms a look. Like I said, Walmandee Creek is an option, and then Johns County Road Inn property also is an option. So good habitat, and managed pretty intently by John, the landowner there. So all right. Next one here to end is Antler Acres. I just mentioned it a little bit ago, but Antler Acres in Martinsburg, Missouri. It's 1,900 acres, big ground in Callaway County. Big ground with some good potential for some banger bucks here. Hosted by Caleb. There is lodging available. I showed you some of these field notes already, but it's just some awesome bucks popping up on cam. This is our biggest Missouri property on the site, and then you can see just the different vacations that he has set up. All of these packages do include lodging and 3 meals a day. Getting some good accommodations in addition to the hunting access. And again, you can just see some of the whitetails that have been harvested over the years. Definitely a good option. We just sent out the new listing email for this guy, for this listing, I believe yesterday. So definitely give it a look, and get a trip on the calendar if you're looking for a spot this fall in Missouri. So alrighty, everybody, to go ahead and wrap things up, just reminding you, our team is happy to help with any questions. We get questions all the time asking about recommendations for, what to put in for draws, or questions about regulations. If you're looking for maybe a quicker turnaround on an answer than calling your local FWP or government office, give us a buzz. We're real people, happy to have conversations and answer questions. Also happy to help plan trips as well. That's one of our favorite parts of the job, is helping people find good spots that don't break the bank, but also give you good chances of success. And then obviously you're getting exclusive access to properties for you and your group. So lots of upside there. Also, just reminding folks, we do have our LandTrust podcast available. Some great conversations happening just with our founder Nick, interviewing landowners, 5-star guests, people that have had great experiences, and then some industry partners as well. We called out our Outsides Insiders series, where again Nick's just having conversations with just some of the leaders in the hunting industry, kind of about today's just the things going on in today's marketplace. So definitely encourage you to give that a look. I'll make sure to link that in our YouTube comments as well. But again, Josh over at LandTrust signing off. Thanks for joining, you guys. And again, if any questions popped up just looking over these properties, or if there's a different property that's catching your eye, please don't hesitate to reach out to our team, and we'll help get that question answered for you. Alrighty, guys. Hope you have a great weekend. See ya.